Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Monster Train. Today we're going to be doing a very specific run, and there's a reason for that. I'd just like to show you guys my logbook here. Still working my way up the Covenant ranks. I am at 8 right now. I got one more win thanks to some feedback we got last week, so thank you again, Sarah Clark. I think that was right. I'm sorry if I missed your last name. That being said, what do you guys notice that's a little funny about this? There seems to be a severe lack of Stygian victories here. So we're going to be going with Stygian Umbra for this one. And I have some ideas on how that's going to work. We'll see if it works the way that I think it's going to work. Acha. Okay. You right. You right, little Stygian thing. Let's go ahead and pick the Umbra here. So the idea here is that I want to focus in on us getting incant minions, and then also just getting like morsel generation spells, because those will trigger incant. And at the same time, we'll maybe pick up like one Overgorger or one heavy hitter from the Umbra clan if we can. So that is the plan going in. As far as champions go, I actually, for the first time, don't want the damage spell cost reduction champion, although I might take that on the first run, like the first choice if we get it, just because that will allow us to use some spells early on to kind of stave off till the mid game, where I'd rather pick up the Frostbite one. All right. Let's see what we got. We have the Purifying Emblem Seraph, which means the reduction of buffs and debuffs by half whenever Seraph activates. We also have 2 times Energy Siphon, so we might be swinging more into spells than we thought, but look at that combination right there for a start. Energy Siphon plus Antumbra Assault equals 2 incant triggers, along with 6 damage, potentially killing most things early on, and giving us 2 morsels. And then we also have the Guardian's Amulet, which is the offering apply 2 sap to enemy units. That's all units on a floor, which makes that extremely useful. The cost is less relevant. We don't have anything to discard with yet, though. So we'll have to focus on getting that. Alrighty. Gorge abilities trigger an additional time. Morsel units get damage shield 1. So this is actually an interesting choice here. With the morsel units getting damage shield 1, that can actually shield morsels from sweeps, it can shield morsels from spikes. That can be really efficient, but it is kind of narrow. Gorge abilities triggering twice could be really good, but only if we end up getting gorge units. Now, we would like to pick up maybe 1 gorge unit at least. Would this cause the Alloyed Construct to gain 2 fuel? I think it would. I really think it would. I'm gonna go with Fossilized Fangs here. This is really, really strong. This actually lets us like damage tank with morsels too, though. And we don't know for sure we're gonna end up with a good Gorger. I'm gonna go with this, I guess. That's a very, very tough call for our first artifact, in my opinion. Alrighty, what do we have here? Damage spells cost 1 less, or strike, apply frostbite 10. So the fact that we got the Frostbite one on the first go makes me want to take that one, especially considering that, well, no, we're gonna go with this. I keep trying to find an instance when I don't want the -1 cost to damage spells one, and it's almost never. Especially with our Antumbra Assaults here, that's just perfect. Okay, angry hordes are swarming your train, thin their numbers. So we can give non-boss enemies +4 attack here, which would make these guys 5 attack, 1 health. We do reliably have a way to kill them off. Like, we actually have pretty solid ways to kill them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards in our deck that will absolutely, you know, take them out. Not to mention we can tank with morsels. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for the extra unit draft. I think that's a fine trial for us right now. Alright, non-boss enemy units get +4, so now they're swinging for 9. They are hefty, hefty, hefty. This is a little bit less than ideal, because we didn't pull another unit in addition to Tethys here. So what I'm gonna do is just Frostlance a couple of these, and then probably place Tethys right here, so that we'll get a unit to tank for it next round. And then just because we can, we'll put Spell Weakness on something, because there's no reason not to use that spell. Alrighty, this is a little bit better. Because we can go dead, dead, that will die, and I'm gonna put a Train Steward in front of Tethys to keep Tethys safe, and then we'll start morseling here. Seems good. Seems very good. Alright. And then, what do we get for damage here? Very nice. We don't need to spell weakness anything here, and we don't get an incant trigger off of it anyway, so I'm not really going to mess with that at the moment. I'm just going to go for our Umbra assaults, killing a couple of units off, and giving us the ability to damage shield from 3 different attacks. Although the first, what'll happen is the damage shield will fall off, he'll die, and then the next one's damage shield will get eaten. So we're going to throw away a health one and put a morsel miner behind it, because this one will survive and get eaten. And then I think we'll put a train steward on this floor just because we have the mana to, or the energy to rather. And sure, let's put these guys up here. Might as well cast this. Spell weakness doesn't do a whole lot for us here, but we might as well cast. I should have cast it on the one that's not going to die, but it doesn't really matter. Spell weakness isn't going to make a difference on that unit in the first place. I honestly think that right here we maybe just go for Guardian's Amulet on this entire floor. Well, we could also kill one. Let's kill one. Yeah, we won't do Guardian's Amulet here. We'll kill one, and then we'll Shade Splitter, and go ahead and put that one right here to give him a damage shield. And then next round, I'll likely try to drop a Train Steward there if I can. Don't know if that'll actually happen. We may not get one since we pulled 2 of them right there. But time will tell. Alright, so we didn't get a Train Steward, but what we did get was pretty nice. Yes? Yes. So now we're not actually going to take any damage on our units the first round. We have 2 spell weakness on the boss. He's going to get through this floor with just under 30 health left. And then all we need to do is, like, nail him with a spell that gets multiplied by 3, and we should be pretty well off. Yeah, look at that. That's what we call game. Beautiful! No damage to the pyre. We cleared everything. Got our bonuses. Very, very nice. Okay, so this is pretty obviously going for Offering Token here. These are also really, really good, and we only have 1 Offering card, so Offering Token maybe not great, but Offering Token is also good because it's actually not a card in your deck. If you think about it, you draw it, you replace it. It's like having 1 less card in your deck and the ability to trigger Offering, which is very strong. Or we could take these, which are also very strong, but I think I'm going to do this. And then we can choose one here. Mind Collapse is an option. Mind Collapse is very, very good early and very, very bad late. This is actually kind of tough. This is actually super, super good with morsels, because if they get eaten, you still get the 3 energy, but you basically don't suffer any penalty because the Ember Drain goes away. So I'm tempted to take that. But it is also just an extra card in our deck that we may not need. Because we don't have anything super expensive. The only expensive card that we have is Guardian's Amulet. So I'm just going to take the money here. I don't think any of those cards was a win, definitively. Okay, this does have some winners. Guard of the Unnamed is probably the best. This would be a close second. The fact that this doesn't scale, though, makes it not great. Deal 10 damage to enemy units. Units. So that's really strong if we can force the Gorge to occur during a round, which isn't going to happen. So if he survives, he kills stuff, versus this guy that actually scales. I'm going to go for the scaling guy because that actually does help us long term. Okay. Knowing what we have money-wise and everything else, which side do we want to go to? Would we rather get a highly upgraded spell here or a highly upgraded unit? I think we'd rather pump this guy up right now. Like that seems like a more valuable thing to me. Plus there's an Umbra Banner over here, so we could get a good, like that. We could get that. That was the thing, guys. That was the thing that we wanted. Awesome. Okay, so I'll take the Overgorger, and then we'll come in here. Please be multi-strike! Oh yes, oh yes. This is an excellent start. Excellent start. We are gonna feed the heck out of that Overgorger. Now, I'm tempted to Purge right here more than picking another upgrade, because I'd rather save the other upgrade slot on the Overgorger to maybe get another potential multi-strike. And if we re-roll, we'll only have enough for a 20 cost ability anyway. So let's Purge a card here. And I think what I'm going to do is drop one of the Train Stewards. Might seem early to do that, but thinning out early is not a bad thing. Thank you again for that advice, Sarah. Alright, here we go. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes. Oof. That's tough. Mainly with our champion, that's pretty tough. Spikes basically wrecks this champion. I don't think we can take this challenge. Taking the Spikes trial with the Stygian champion is basically just a recipe for destruction. They already have Spikes as well, so that's, you know, double bad. Okay. Well, crap. We're just gonna abandon the first floor, since we kind of need to draw into something to really get any value. And of course we get something that, that wouldn't have affected things very much anyway. We'll get an incant trigger there, let them move on up. Okay, this is better right here. Although, unfortunately, the problem with this is that we either get to kill this guy and protect our champion a little bit more. Oh, the champion's not going to hit both spike guys, though. I was bad mathing there, guys. I was bad mathing there. We could also just kill the unit that gives spikes here. But then, once again, we'll miss out on that money. And we didn't take the trial for this, so I kind of want the money. I'm going to get the money here. We can always kill this on the next floor if we draw into something that does it. And in the meantime, here you go, Overgorger. Get fed, buddy. You get nice and fed. Yeah, we can put a damage shield morsel here. That seems fine. When he hits for 0, I don't think it breaks the damage shield, but I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, that's really silly. Like, that's actually kind of dumb if that's how that works. Spell weakness here to get another incant trigger, and boom! 12 damage. Not enough to make a lasting impact, but still an impact nonetheless. No floor that we want to put the train steward on, because down here it's just not going to do a whole lot. Yeah, it's not going to do a whole lot of anything there. Alrighty. So. This floor is basically dead already. With the exception of this unit, which we could kill with Antumbra Assault. We could also kill this one with Antumbra Assault. And then we could do that, and then this floor is dead anyway. Give him damage shield, give him that, seems very good. Incant trigger, please. Additional attack. I should have put that unit in front to tank for this guy, because we would have preserved our armor and eaten it anyway. That was a mistake. I make those from time to time, guys. I'm human. But that's okay. This can be fine. Ooh. Instinctively putting spell weakness on the boss. It's just kind of a must. Alright. Alright. Let's do... here. Here. See, I didn't make the same mistake twice there. I actually learned a thing. Sometimes I'm not totally stupid. Let's see. Train steward here. Seems good. One got through to the pyre, which is very sad. Was that... I think that was just a healing one, though, so it didn't actually damage the pyre. That's awesome. That's actually pretty incredible right there. I'm impressed. Okay. Yeah, feed him another morsel. I maybe shouldn't have done that. I maybe should have put a train steward down instead, but I'm really looking towards our long-term growth of that particular unit. There we go, let's do that. Yeah, so we're gonna get a little bit of damage on him, but the good news is we'll clear the guy in front of him, and he will be spell weakness 2 by the time he gets to the next floor, so that puts us in a pretty decent spot. Especially with Overgorger. He will be spell weakness 3 by the time he gets to the next floor. Choices, choices, choices. Let's do that. And then... see what we get for this, see what we get for this. Yeah, still better to just put that down. He's dead. Beautiful. Beautiful! No damage to our pyre after 2 fights. How is this happening? So tempted to take another spell weakness card because they're working so good, guys. This is really strong. This is also pretty strong. This is less strong for us right now, but it's also not bad because it's all units on a floor, right? So if we were setting up on the second floor and we use this on the bottom floor, it would actually wipe out a lot of units. And we've been setting up on the second floor quite a bit because of how fragile Tethys is. The question is that worth a slot in our deck? And right now, I don't know that it really enhances anything. It is a 0-cost spell to trigger his incant. That's tough. I think I'd rather just have the money, though. This is really, really strong too, though. Especially with the spell weakness we've been applying. I think we'll take this as a potential finisher with our spell weakness. Like, I didn't necessarily want to take that at first, but it makes sense here. Space Prism is always great. Like, that card is almost never bad. Just because it consumes and gives you an extra capacity. We don't need the PYRE Strength. There is an artifact over there, but I don't think that's worth it. We have enough to buy the higher cost upgrade here at the Merchant of Steel, so we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna hit the banner first. This is interesting. So if we had a floor that was Guardian, or rather Guard of the Unnamed, Tethys, and this, that would be a pretty solid floor. The Frostbite that this applies is actually very, very good. The sweep effect of it is very, very good. But if we do that, we end up with a floor that can't have morsels, but we have the Overgorger for morsels anyway. I think we'll take this. I think we'll take that, and then we're gonna have to be really, really picky about what we take in the future. I'm actually not gonna buy any of these just yet. I wanna go in here first. Alright, an iceberg looms, large over the bone shaker, illuminated by the light. Creeping into the cavern, you can see a figure inside, trapped. Runes etched into the ice read, "Witness the false prophet, forger of the Rail and Covenant, now damned and broken. He must have been a prisoner of the winged, poor soul. The remains of his tools are frozen nearby. Perhaps he can help you even in death." Okay. God, if that didn't hurt so much, I'd take that. That's actually really good. This is better, though. This is just hands down better. It's basically a free capacity upgrade to every floor. I will take that any day of the week. That also makes the fact that we took Cold Kalia even better here. Now, if we reroll for 50, we're not going to have enough to buy the larger upgrade anyway. We do have the option of getting Incant Gain 1 Armor, which is actually very, very good. Potentially worth stacking on this unit, but I might put it on Cold Kalia just to make sure that she sticks around and doesn't get killed out by spikes, because she has a fairly low health. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Plus, this makes this a stronger floor to Incant on, which is really good. And then I might use 75 here to drop another unit. Yeah, let's do that. Keep trimming it down. Want to try to keep our deck under 24 cards. For whatever reason in my head, that's like the ideal number. We do have enough if we wanted to put a health upgrade on something. Could do it here just to make him even tankier. Don't know if that's necessarily worth it. I mean, actually, that could be pretty good right there, if I'm being honest. Because then we keep him alive. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to save it for right now, because I don't feel like I have to spend on that, so I'm not going to. Alright, constructed explosives explode twice. That sucks. That sucks really bad. That'll one-shot pretty much any frontline unit we have that doesn't have armor or anything of that nature. Ow. That floor just hurts and we have no way to interact with it. So, we're gonna do what we've been doing. We're gonna start on the second floor, and we're gonna get some incant triggers. Do that, do that. Seems good. Please don't. Oh, of course he puts the bomb here. I might Guardian's Amulet here. Like, that actually seems like a very... Oh, it's perfect, guys. Duh, why am I so bad at life? Okay, let's do this. Let's put her down. Let's go Offering Token, discard Guardian's Amulet, sap the entire floor. We're still taking 20 here, but we can lower that just by playing spells here. I probably could have played those spells down here, but I actually just wanted to get the extra armor on him. And then we can use the damage shield from this to absorb actually all of the damage. Very nice. Alright, that was a good outcome. That was an incredible outcome. This is annoying, but still not a problem. Yeah, that's actually not a problem, because we can just go boom, give me these guys. We need one of them to tank down here to help us reduce damage. Or do we just feed them both to him? I think we're gonna feed them both to him regardless, but it is worth considering, well, could we put one of these down here to tank, what is it, 2 hits? Still taking 5 there. I don't think that's worth it here. I think it's better to just feed the Gorger more. So we're gonna feed the Gorger more. I'm gonna go down to this floor. Alright. I'm gonna go to this floor and cast Spell Weakness on this guy. Mainly because even though I could have cast it here to get an incant trigger, it's more worthwhile to stack Spell Weakness on the boss so that we can potentially one-shot him when it comes time to face him. Alrighty then. That thing is dead, thankfully. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I hope that that's not a problem. Okay. One more capacity here. Ice Tornado. I really wish that we could freeze this for use on the boss, but that's not going to happen right now. What is her spell? Is her spell Enrage? Haste. Try no. Okay, thanks, bye. Yeah, I mean, okay, so this is a little bit tougher here, because these guys have a lot of health. We need to do 80 damage. We're going to do 19 and 4, but we're also going to be applying Frostbite of how much? Podcalia, how much is your Frostbite? 3. Okay, so 19 and 3, this will be 21. That'll leave it with, what, 19? He'll kill it in 1 hit, but he probably won't finish this off. Unless... Yeah, I think we're just gonna do this. We'll just do that, and then down here we'll go ahead and cast this for good measure. And because we have the energy left and we can't freeze it anyway, we might as well cast this as well. Could have put the Train Steward there as well, but I think it's actually better just to get that spell cast, because it does limit the potential damage that happens to our Overgorger as well. Keeps him around a little bit longer. Hey bud, have some spell weakness. This is gonna suck, because we're gonna have to take the damage from this thing. However, we could actually put the Train Steward in front of it. It explodes twice, so we're still gonna take 10 off of it there. But at least it's only 10 in that instance. And it actually clears that Train Steward out, so we don't have a Train Steward just kind of laying around. There we go. Seems good. Oh, this is going quite nicely so far, I have to say. Very, very nice so far. This is annoying. This is less annoying. Kill that just to get our morsels here. Go Jeweler. We don't have room for this one, so we'll put it down here. Shade Splitter just to get an incant trigger here. Another morsel. Game, please. There. Thank you. Incant trigger, and... Wish I could freeze that. Alrighty, this actually... Wow, you can't plan it out that perfect. You really can't. Bye? Okay. Cast. We need to save 2 energy to be able to cast that, which is fine. Go ahead and put that there, and then... 0 cast on that. If this gets hit once, it'll die from the Ice Tornado. The other 2 will hit for double on the boss. Seems good. Boss is dead. So clean, guys. So clean. Look at that. I don't think our PYRE has been hit this entire run. This might be the cleanest run that I have ever had in Monster Train. Just saying. And I, like, as I say that, I'm looking over at OBS and I'm like, please don't be messed up. Please just be recording everything properly, because I'll be really sad if I lose this playthrough. Ice and PYRE is okay, but not great. I mean, it's not bad, it's just not something that we need. Blazing Bolts is... Enhance all spells in hand with +5 magic power. This is also just kind of meh. I'm gonna pay 1 mana or 1 energy to do this, and it's not gonna be super huge anyway. It could be huge over time, especially if we could reduce the cost of it down to 0, at which point it's also giving us an incant trigger, but I don't think that this is worth adding a card to our deck. Okay. This is potentially worth adding a card to our deck, and this is potentially worth adding a card to our deck. I think I'm gonna go for this, even though this is so strong. The problem with this thing, though, is that once it dies, if you give it, like, Endless and it comes back, it only comes back with 1 health. So basically, this is pay 1 energy and get... what? 8 draws out of it. That's not bad. But this also just helps us power up our Gorger. That is an extremely difficult question. I'm gonna take this because it cycles, and cycling is very, very strong. Right here, we already have a capacity upgrade that we got for free, so we could take another capacity, which wouldn't be bad, but it's also not great considering our unit count being fairly low. I think what we'll do instead is we'll take an additional draw here. I think that additional draw is going to pay off a lot more. We don't need the Pyre health again, but there is a remove 2 cards over here, as well as a spell upgrade on the other side. We have money, we have a duplicate. Oh man, a duplicate could be really, really good in the right situation. The question is, what would we duplicate here? Now, instinctually, I'd say duplicate the Overgorger, but I don't know if that's actually that good, if you really think about it, because that means we're then splitting our morsels between 2 Overgorgers, which may not be very useful. We could potentially duplicate the Offering Monument. That wouldn't be terrible. God, that would be a lot of draw if we triggered this, like 2 of these at the same time. That would be an insane amount of draw. That's tough. And I don't know that we need another Umbra unit. I think I'm gonna go this side just because the removal is gonna be really beneficial here. It does suck that we waste that Pyre health though. Spell gains holdover, very good. What do we put this on? What comes back once we play it? Offering Token is a great option here. Ice Tornado is also a great option here. There are a lot of great options for this particular thing. I think I'm gonna go with Offering Token though, because Offering Token with holdover is just ridiculously good. And if we want to, we can also upgrade a spell to have plus 20 magic power and consume. I mean, doing that with that would be kind of nuts, but it does mean it's a one-shot card we can't use the rest of combat, which isn't great. We could also reduce this by 1 cost so that if we get it and we don't have a way to offering it, we can play it cheaper. I think that might actually be a better benefit than anything else. Yes. Let's do that. And then if we come over here, we do get to toss 2 cards. Let's go ahead and toss our last 2 Train Stewards real quick. Actually, do we have enough units to field like 2 floors? It might be worth it to keep 1 Train Steward right here, in which case I'll probably toss either a Shade Splitter or more likely a Frozen Lance, since they're not targeted and thus not very useful in general. I wish we could trade this for health. I would trade this for health any day, but that's not how that works. Look, guys, we got 20 health we didn't need. Okay. Damage spells on this floor cost 2 less. Apply Frostbite. I'm gonna go for the Apply Frostbite one, as that actually makes that champion able to apply some sort of threat in combat as well. Let's do it. What do we get? Please don't be one that's gonna suck. That one's okay. That one's okay. Trial is plus 6 damage, so that is 13 damage on that. 11 damage on an 80 health unit. 11 damage is a lot of damage to keep up with. That's what, 4 incant triggers per turn. Can we do that? I think we can do that. We also have the ability to chump with our morsels as well, so I'm gonna do this. I think we can handle that one just fine. Alright, let's do it. Of course, because I chose to do this, we did not draw any damage spells. I'm gonna go ahead and put Tethys here, Guard here. Let's Spell Weakness the big boy. He did get Incamp for that, but Spell Weakness hopefully makes up for that. We'll put an Offering Monument down, Space Prism there to get a draw trigger, Shade Splitter there to get another draw trigger. More draw, more draw, more draw. Alright. I don't know why I drew a bunch there. I probably could have waited. What I did do there is I actually kind of screwed us out of getting Overgorger early, which was a mistake. It was actually a really bad play on my part, now that I think about it. Mistakes were made. What's good here, though, is this. We get our Offering trigger immediately. That's going to lower some damage. We get to kill that. This guy is getting Incant to, like, high heaven at this point. Which is going to make him really, really tough to kill on the next floor, unless yes, this is worth. All right, problem solved. Problem distinctly and uniquely solved. And I think we might just put Train Steward here and let him kill this for the money. All right, that's working out so far. I did make a mistake early on, but we recovered well. Yes, trigger please. I'll take it. Let's drop a Shade Splitter here. Ice Tornado gonna kill that backliner for us. Have some more damage. Have some more damage. Give me a morsel. Hey Morsel, how about you tank for us here for a moment? Beautiful. This is going really, really well. Now we've got our Overgorger. This is what we kind of been waiting for here. Let's put it right there. If we get our incant triggers here, we're just going to give this guy a bunch more armor. I'm just not sure if that's necessarily worth not getting the incant trigger. Guardian's Amulet is in the deck. So if let's offering here and see what we get. Does that actually show them in order? If that shows them in order, that's extremely useful, and I didn't realize that. Yeah, this is... Well, we're just gonna get as much armor as we can. That's the new plan right here. Get all the armor. Oh, we're out of capacity up there. That's not good. Spell weakness, spell weakness, spell weakness. Oh, this isn't the incant guy, though. So we're actually in a pretty good place here. Who do we want to sacrifice? This guy can go ahead and die. And this guy will survive and give lifesteal. Seems good. A brief respite, just what I needed. This unit is going to be the first unit so far, I think, to actually make it to our PYRE, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm going to start out by triggering offering with this particular thing. There we go. Bam, seems good. Tempted to maybe go with that. I could also just do that, get the kill, get my morsels here. Put a morsel there to absorb damage. I honestly wish I could kill my own guy here because he's just not helpful at all. Let's do this, and actually we can protect our PYRE that way. I like it. I like it a lot. That seems very good as well. Oh, incant triggers are not fun here for them. There we go. I think we're still good, though. Like, this guy is dead. Yeah, we're still very, very well off here. This is actually perfect. Let's go Energy Siphon, or not Energy Siphon, but Spell Weakness there. Was that Energy? Energy Siphon, I did call it right. Yeah, okay. Energy Siphon is the name. Spell Weakness is just the game. Let's go ahead and discard that. Casting spells up here is just a no-go. That's just hilarious because he eats the attack with his damage shield and then gives the damage shield to Overgorger. And then up here, or rather down here, we can go with that. And get a couple more incant triggers. I probably should have put Colcalia in front of Tethys, since Tethys has a higher frostbite value. That's a mistake that I made arranging units. Something to keep in mind going forward. Alrighty then. That... Oh my gosh, this deck is so fun! Dead. Sure, we would love to feed Overgorger some more. We'd also love to have a little morsel do some tanking for us. Shooty shooty. Oh, I just burned his spell weakness on that instead of this. He's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. But that was a huge, huge misplay. Okay, he's dead. Bada boom. He's done. Look at that, guys. All the money, they still haven't touched our PYRE. This run is unreal. Apply Dazed 1 to enemy units and discard your hand. That is an interesting card. This is super useful sometimes, but it's also dangerous. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit 5 times. This isn't particularly great, to be honest, unless you, like, upgrade it and then hit somebody with spell weakness with it. This isn't particularly useful either. I would consider taking this. I wouldn't even consider taking the other two. I'll take this one, because it is actually super, super strong. Create 3 copies of a morsel unit. 3 extra morsel miners. Like, that's super hard to pass on. That is super hard to pass on. That's hard enough to pass on that I don't think I can pass on it in good conscience. I'm gonna take it. I can't pass on that in good conscience, guys. More morsel miners is huge. Removing cards is great. More money is great. Spell upgrades is great. We don't need pyre health. We're going this way. Gift money. Let's see what we can upgrade here. Upgrade a spell to gain holdover. What other spell do we want back every single turn? Guys. Huh? What do you think? Huh? This, I mean, the options are limitless. Moi. I really think that getting this back every turn is just kind of hilarious and reduces so much damage that it's worth. Getting this back every turn is also worth, though, because you just daze an entire floor every single turn. That actually seems more busted. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna do that. That's way too strong when you think about it. Okay. Upgrade a spell cost by, or be reduced by 1. Yes. Very good. That way I can play it as my last card every turn without any concern about energy. Let's go ahead and re-roll, see what we get. Upgrade a spell to remove consume and cost +1. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. This is a pretty good run. This is a pretty good run. Pretty good. I'm gonna take the 10 damage here, I think. I could also put it on the Umbra Assault to make that more efficient, but we have spell weakness to also make this more efficient, and we're not having trouble finding enemies weak enough to plink with this. We may run into that problem more as we get further on, though, but at that point, 13 damage isn't gonna be a difference maker anyway. So I'm gonna go with Ice Tornado here. Remove 2 cards. What's going out? I'm gonna take out a Shade Splitter here, and... shoot, what else do we drop? We could remove 1 Energy Siphon, but I do actually like having 2 of them. Frozen Lance is basically just an incant trigger anyway. I'm gonna cut that. Okay, here we go. Is this Fel? No. Sower of Sorrows, Relentless, Sweep, Lifesteal. Oh, he has Sweep. Why Sweep? Okay, at the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. We don't have any sweepers here, but we do. We do have the ability to daze entire floors. There's a very real chance that we're taking at least like 40 damage to our pyre doing this. I don't think that's worth it. I think we're too far in to accept that trial. Ooh. That's a start though, ain't it? Let's go here. Gorgy boy. Alright, Gorgy boy is doing his Gorgy boy thing, and by the way, you guys are dazed. It's so good, guys. It's so good. I don't even know. I don't even know what to call this except for wow. Like, it's pretty much just wow. And we can get the trigger off of this too. That's not super insanely good or anything. Okay. He gains armor when stuff dies. Preferably he dies first then. I'm gonna give him spell weakness too so that we can maybe plink him off next turn. I'm gonna put this little guy down here. Cast us a Shade Splitter. Use that to Umbra Assault the damage guy. Space Prism. Triggers. All the triggers. That's what we're getting right now. Let's go with that. That. This is hilarious. I'm gonna actually discard this, because we're not gonna be able to play it. Oh, we can't play that either, though, I guess. Sure, daze that. And sap them as well. I'm not sure why we just drew there, but I'll take... Oh, because we played 2 spells. Guys, it's so good. it's so very good. I think I might actually use this on this guy. Oh, I can't. I don't have the energy. Okay. Well, there it is. We drew through almost our entire deck that turn. The craziness has ensued. Up here, we're able to do 92 damage, which is just under enough. However, he is suffering from spell weakness 3, which means that this is going to hit him for a lot of damage. And now he's going to die. The one problem we do have is he is going to hit us for 0, because we have lifesteal. That's not a problem then. Sure, let's kill that, get an incant trigger. Even more hilariously, well, actually, we don't need that to do that there, so we could put one down here to eat the one shot that it's going to take, which will protect him. Then put this one up here anyway, just because we can. Let's go for offering token here. Choices. Spell weakness there to get an incant trigger. Shade Splitter here. Another morsel. Frenzied Swarm here. There we go. Go, Sharkies, go! We've got 3 units here. We could increase capacity here again. Why not? Let's do that. Trigger that. Pitch this. Give me a Morsel Miner. No such luck. But what we can do here is put that down to tank damage. We can go Shroud Mitosis on this to create 3 copies of it. Oh, it puts them on the same floor. Okay. Well, that's not what I was expecting, but that still works just fine. And then do this. This is not exactly ideal. What is our best play? Love when it gets tense like this. That's actually really fun. Let's do this. Get some pitching out of that. I mean, honestly, this is pretty cut and dry there. We could put Train Steward here. I don't think that's necessary, though. I'm actually going to put it here. And that still leaves us room to do one Antumbra, or rather one Morsel to block up front if we need to. And then right here, just going to plink that guy because we can. And I'll cast this just so that we get our incant triggers and we get it back next round. Okay. Dead and give me good ones. You guys realize why this is silly as heck, right? So follow me here. Okay. Let's do that. Spell weakness. Oof. I'm gonna pitch that. Shade Splitter here just to get us another morsel. Spell weakness. I guess stun him just so we get this back next turn. Okay, what can we do here? That's what I'm talking about right there. If we start with this, hold a useless card, which isn't good. He's already dead. I'm over here worrying. He's already dead, guys. He's already dead. Let's go Shade Splitter here. Put that there. Shroud Mitosis. Welcome to death. Oh, yeah. This is insane. Sarah, I dedicate this run to you. Just saying. Okay. It's pretty good. Less good. Less good considering our situation. Worth picking up is the question on this. If we were to freeze one card so that we could hold it for a boss round or something, what would we freeze? I mean, in theory, like, the best thing we could freeze is Shroud Mitosis or this, and I don't think we need to freeze those the way we go through our deck. So I don't think that's necessary. I'm just going to take the money. Trigger feeding on morsel units. That could be good. Sacrifice, add 3 random morsels. Could also be good. I'm going to go for the sacrifice one, because then we can remove another one of these. In theory. We don't want to remove all of these, though, because that would get dangerous, because Antumbra Assault isn't going to hit every time anymore. Do we actually need this? No? Not really. Take the money. Alright, I had to think about it for a minute, guys, because it seemed like a good deal, but we didn't need it. We don't need this either, so... yeah, let's go this way. What's going on in the caves? A penance yard comes into view. Okay. When summoned, friendly units get +1 for every blight card in your deck, and this adds 3 dead weight. So that would give us 4 blight cards. So every unit gets +4 attack. How useful is that versus this? I mean, we're not taking pyre damage hardly ever. So I actually feel like this is probably... and we can't play that one, so give us a one-time 100 damage spell to the front enemy, which is useless. I think this is probably the best one. It does add more dead weight to our deck, which is kind of a pain, though. Yeah, I'm not actually sure which one of those is better. Well, we get 3 calcified embers with this, which is kind of good. But they don't count as damage spells, so we don't get a cost reduction on them either, which means they're not great. I think I'd rather take this. Okay. Not every option is good. What is this? Start a turn, add a common or uncommon morsel under your... At the start of battle, summon 4 random... no. Yes. Money, money, money! Gain holdover! Oh my god, guys. Okay. Okay. So, what are we giving holdover to this time? That's kind of hilarious. We could give this holdover, and that would be ridiculous. We could give this holdover, that would be even more ridiculous. I feel like this is a really good option, but this is also equally good. And this has the potential to clear floors for us if we need it to. And this has the potential to turn our Overgorger into an absolute, like, brick house. Let's see what Overgorger looks like right now. 70 times 2. If we could get quick on him, that would be the only thing we'd need, because the only concern with him is that he dies before he gets to hit something. Yes, exactly. Okay. I feel like this is just silly, though. I feel like this is legitimately just silly with our damage shield. I'm gonna go with this. Because we do play, like, morsels almost every turn. We can pay 100 to purge a card, or we can re-roll and not be able to afford the most expensive piece. I think we'll purge. And I think what I'll purge is... probably a Frozen Lance. Unless I can think of something else that's better to purge. Oh, we still have a Train Steward. Bye! Get out. We don't need you. Okay. Fell the Wings of Light. Here we go. We still haven't taken a single pyre damage this entire run. I don't even know what this run is right now. Fel and her allies will add Scourge cards to your hand and deck. Okay. This is where we take pyre damage because we won't be able to afford to pay for her Scourge cards and play the stuff we need to play. Yeah. Like, there's absolutely no way that this is an option right now. Okay. So some choices. I'd rather take the 5 off of that than not play. This is tough. Can't put her on the first floor, she's dead. We can put her on the second floor, but it's not great either. But it's really the only option we have. Okay. That statue was just done. That statue was like, sup, and we were like, bye. Okay. He goes here. Kokelia goes there. We have holdover, or our stun card now. Question is, do we just go straight for the stun and give him this? I think that's fine. We'll play that just to get it out. Play this for an incant trigger, and then stun these guys, and they'll all die. Beautiful. Oof. Wow, they're playing a ton of those spells. They're all about messing with us right now. Okay. Okay, you're fine. We see what you're doing here. I see what you're working with. If we Umbra Assault here, we'll get some more morsels. You already have a morsel here. So for 2 here, we can prevent 6 damage, which seems better, so I'm just gonna do that. And then we can't kill any of these with Umbra Assault, but we can kill that, so let's do that. And get these 2 guys. We don't have room to put one there, so we'll put them both up here. And then Dazed. Doesn't matter there too much, but we're gonna do it anyway just so that we can get this back next turn. Oh, and we can put Spell Weakness. I like that. God, we're just beating, like, Fel is not even in the fight yet, and we're just beating on her. It's great. It's hilarious. Okay. We have a lot of good options this round. A lot of very powerful options this round. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna go for this guy. Gonna go for this. Get another incant trigger. Pop this. Pitch one of these. We can't kill anybody with Umbra Assault, so that's unfortunately not going to do the things we'd like it to do. There are 4 units. We play him. We make 3 more. All these units are protected, but the trade-off is we actually lose out on one of the units that would have been produced. So we're going to do this. And then we can do this just for good measure, which will get us a spell weakness that we can play on Fel, which will lead into us doing that. Which will lead to another spell weakness on Fel. This is going quite nicely so far. We have so much energy this round, too. Okay, we'll just get rid of those things. We can discard this. That's useful. That was actually really useful. Let's go here. Mitosis! Make the dudes. Put the dudes in front to tank a little bit of damage. And stunny stunny. So good. He should be able to kill these 2 without them getting through. Yes. He's at 116 times 2. Wow. That's just, next level right there, guys. Next level. Let's start with this. See if we pull something useful. We did. I'm gonna go ahead and add to the space on this floor. Gonna put... Well, actually... Do we put this down here and then multiply it, or do we just... No. We're just gonna do it here like we have been. We're just gonna keep making this guy nuts. Because there's no reason not to. By the way, have some more spell weakness, Fel. And get dazed! God, and she's getting frostbite stacks too. Like, look at where her health is at, and we haven't even started fighting her yet. It's kind of insane. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Go over here. Hey, guess what? Get sapped. Okay. Trigger. Void damage. days. And we're on the final wave. There's legitimately no way that Fel can survive now. Kill that for free, get 2 better ones, hopefully. Nope. No such luck there. Alright. Well, since we didn't get better ones, we're gonna go for either health ones or energy ones up top, and I think we'll do energy, just because that ensures we'll have a ridiculous amount of energy down, or on the next round. Go ahead and pitch that, because that's not a great card for us. Do that. Say hello to my little morsels. They're little morsels of goodness. Let's go ahead and get another one of these guys. Hey, look at that. We're gonna have so much energy next turn, it's insane. Sure, you can plink that, and then we'll just stun it because we can. Alrighty then. Spell weakness 4. Ice Tornado. What do you guys think's about to happen here? And if your answer is Good's about to make a mistake and play the wrong damage card and screw things up, that's entirely possible. But I don't think that's going to happen in this particular instance, because I am going to make sure not to do that by just immediately casting Ice Tornado on that floor. Alright, so that's this round over. Seems good. Bye-bye. We took 5 damage. This is the first time they've touched the PYRE this run. This run is like nuts. Just nuts. Oh, wow, okay. So, this is interesting. This is really, really good on Overgorger. Really, really good. Maybe. This is just good in general. I think we might take Kindle here, but it's also just an extra... I mean, it's never a bad card and you always play it, so... Draw more cards? I think we draw more cards. I think drawing more cards is the only real option there. This is so good. Okay, so how many... We draw 7 cards per turn. We have 25 cards in our deck. So we draw, what, almost a... Oh, I didn't mean to go this way! There's a trinket oh, we don't have any money. Okay, this is actually the right way. It's fine. It's fine. I misclicked, but it's fine. Friendly units enter with lifesteal. 50% chance to apply dazed when enemy units enter the train. This is useful, but not as useful as it could be since we have the ability to daze a row every turn. This is pretty strong. Both of these realistically are not very great for us right now. But I'm more inclined to take this one, I think. Yeah. Dazed is just so powerful. Alright, we can remove 2 cards. Let's go for a Frozen Lance and a Shade Splitter. Oh my god. How? How did that even happen? I don't understand. I don't understand how that happened. Okay. Okay. RNGesus has blessed us this run. Yeah. That seems pretty good. I'll take that. RNGesus has blessed us. This run is insane. Okay, Relentless and Trample, that's a pain. Pyre Wings, that's a huge, huge issue. And we're not doing this trial. Even though it's 400 coins, we're not doing this trial. Even though we know for a fact that we can kill this unit whenever it gets to the 3rd floor. If we can't kill it on the 2nd, it hits, we get Ember Drained, and that's not good. So we're not going to do the challenge. We don't really need the 400 coins anyway. Like, there's not anything else we're desperately looking for. Okay, so... Step 1 is this. Because if we would have drawn our dazed thing... Oh, we already dazed him. Okay. Well, since he's already dazed, I think it's fine to put this down. And obviously we're putting that down there. Capacity here. Hit him for 6. This guy here. Mitosis. Seems good. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Like, this couldn't be prettier than it's been so far. Like, it really couldn't. Okay, then. Pitch that. Dead that. Cold Kelia goes down right there. Good morning, BB. I didn't hear you, but I love you too. Oh, okay. I guessed right, guys. I guessed right. Let's see. I did blow too much energy, so we're not able to get... Oh, we're gonna... Mitosis is gonna get discarded now, because I don't have enough energy. I mean, honestly, that's not great, but we'll get it back fast enough that it's not a huge issue. Let's spell weakness this guy just because we can. And then, sure, Frenzied Swarm. Alright. Yeah, we should get it back fast enough that it's not going to matter too much. Wait. It says when played, we didn't play it. It costs 0. I got distracted, guys, and my brain fell out, but it's okay, we're back. Let's go for Kindle here because we can. We don't need it. Let's not. We don't need it. I'm gonna keep it as an option here. We don't really need the energy at all, though, so I guess we won't play it. What we will do is increase the floor capacity here. Look at how dead that guy is. Like, he is deader than he... Oh, it wasn't the stun that we lost. It was the mitosis that we lost. Okay, so I did lose the thing I thought I lost. I just got confuzzled for a minute. Lots of choices here. None of them are particularly great. I mean, honestly, I think we just play for incant triggers at the moment. Killing this guy is kind of key right now. Although we will stun him, so it doesn't matter all that much, to be 100% honest. I was like, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. There's oh, and we got our mitosis back. Nothing matters. We win. It's so good, guys. I can't even with this right now. It's so strong. Hey, give me another morsel. Hey, how about a little more energy, because we don't have enough energy as it is. And now, even if he were to hit, it wouldn't matter. Sure. Okay, then. This is... If we lose this, I would have to be, like, the worst player ever. I probably shouldn't have said that, because now when we lose it, I'm just gonna be like, I am the worst player ever, guys. Okay. We're gonna do it, guys. I'm not gonna jinx it. It's gonna work. Let's go Shroud Mitosis. Spell weakness? Do we even care if we put it on this guy? I just play it on this floor for the incant trigger, honestly. Sure. Kill one of those. Get us some very nice morsels here. Probably could have put the lifesteal morsel up top, but it's not super important anyway at this point. What's really important is just that he eats as many morsels as possible at this point. So as long as we're feeding him every morsel we can, it's all good. With Quick and Multi-Strike, we just need him to have all the damage. God, he's so beefy right now. He's so beefy. He's a beefy boy. Let's pitch that one. Let's spell weakness that guy. Let's Antumbra assault something. Doesn't even matter what, because we're just getting a trigger. Sure, take 6 because of your spell weakness. How sinister are we? Let's put the lifesteal one up here, and... Mitosis! And while we're at it, we can go ahead and put this guy down here and stun the row. Okay, next round is the boss round. These guys are somewhat concerning, but not really. In fact, I think what I might do is just kill one of them with this, potentially, and then see what happens. But let's start with doing that. Pitching that card. And we'll go... Didn't kill them. That's not good. Okay, trigger. Not that it matters, but we'll daze all those guys. I mean, putting capacity there at this point doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. We put it up here, though. I mean, it does give an incant trigger, so that's actually not a bad idea, now that I think about it. He's already dead. He's already dead, so it doesn't even matter. Nothing we do at this point matters, because he's already dead. So we're just gonna go all out. So good. Bye-bye. Next round. Nope. The consume on that's not good. This would be okay, but it's too late for this to really be something we want. Right now we're more concerned about keeping our deck thin as possible. This could actually be good because it would allow us to drop the Overgorger to a lower floor. That may not necessarily be that useful, though. So in this instance, I think what I'm going to do is just not take it. Definitely considering Cannibalize, though. With Cannibalize, the reason that's actually pretty useful is because we can turn one of our common ones into an... And I mean, we get a free common one every round, so we can turn that into uncommon ones, which is pretty good. But it is just another card in the deck, and I don't know it's worth it. No. No. I'm gonna avoid the urge to take extra cards we don't need. Well, we could get back the 5 PYRE health we lost by going here, but that seems silly. So we're gonna go to this side, we're gonna get that. We go to the Merchant of Steel, we can get another multi-strike. I wish I'd have saved a slot on her so I could have given her multi-strike and she could have applied Frostbite 3 twice. That would have been hilarious, but that didn't happen. I'm not actually going to spend there because there's also the potential to pick something up good here. Damage when an enemy unit enters the train. When a card with Consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front unit. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor below the PYRE room. None of these are actually good. I guess we re-roll here and see what we get? Let's do that. That's really, like... Of course, now we can't afford any of them. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. Okay. So given that we don't have any of those options, is multi-strike actually useful on anybody? It could be useful on him. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. And we could also give him that. Which seems fair. Yeah. Because, well, okay, let's try this. Endless. That's fine. More attack power then, to make his multi-strike a little bit better. And then we will go to the doubling thing. And what would we double if we doubled a double? I think doubling this would be good. Can you imagine if we doubled Shroud Mitosis? Oh my god, that would be hilariously funny. Just like all the Shroud Mitosis. All of it. I'm gonna double this, because that just helps us draw through our deck really, really insanely fast. This is it, guys. Final fight. We've taken 5 PYRE damage the entire run. If we lose here, I will feel like the dumbest human being alive. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited by this. Okay, they're all dazed, so we can't actually get away with placing this here. We can also get away with this. We can put our big boy up here. Increase our capacity down here. Hit an offering token. Pitch the dead weight. This. Set. Okay. They're both still dead. Thanks. Appreciate that. Alright. If I put this in front and then get triggers off of it and see what happens? Or do I put it in back to try to get the maximum triggers off of it? I'm gonna put it in back because I felt like we draw into maybe that or something else. Like, if we'd have drawn into the sap spell that we could have discarded, that would have been perfect too. So it's totally fine here. Oh, I screwed up so bad there. I made such a big mistake there because I basically threw out the thing that would have let us double things for this guy. Which would be a much bigger problem if he wasn't going to instantly murder that floor anyway. So it's fine. Like, we're so well off that even I can't possibly screw this up. Which is saying something. That is a pretty major thing. Yes, please. Do sap the entire floor. And give me an incant trigger. I'll also go ahead and take that. Okay, that seems great. Can I play some more spells here? Sure, let's spell weakness that, and we got it right back. Like, this is what I mean. I literally can't screw this up enough for it to matter. As insane as that sounds. Okay. We can go here. Have another spell weakness. Have another morsel. Yeah? Oh no, I ate his spell weakness. See, I screwed that up too. But, at the same time, we're so well off, it doesn't matter. Did you guys see Overgorger just flatten that floor? He was just like, sup, dead. We're gonna put the offering monument here. Gonna go ahead and offering token, pitch the dead weight. And Umbra Assault is not... Oh, actually, I stand corrected. Is going to grant us some good morsels. Okay morsels, not great morsels, but that's fine. Frozen Lance for a free trigger. Gets us a draw. That's a good morsel for us to put up here. Mitosis, give us all the energy next round. In the meantime, we'll do that. And... we can't even put these morsels down. There's no space. Daze these guys. Sure. God, he's just decimating Seraph when Seraph ends up on his floor, too. Look at Seraph's health. We're not at the boss round at all, and Seraph's at half health already. Like, this is just... this is insane. Okay, let's look at our top floor here real quick. They're both dead before anything happens. Let's go for an offering token and discard this to sap everything. Quite nice. Quite nice, that. Okay. Spell weakness seems good. Get wrecked. I guess we cast Shade Splitters just to see if we get a better morsel. That's a better morsel. Bam! We could have done energy morsels there, but there's really no need to. Because we can just do them here, and it won't really matter, because we're going to stun the floor. Like, we have all the dead weights in our hand, and it doesn't matter. So ridiculous. So very, very ridiculous. They're both dead. They're both dead. If we did actually kill one of these ahead of time, though, it would allow us to go ahead and hit Seraph, so I'm going to try to do that. I'm also going to spell weakness Seraph. Offering token. There we go. That's what I needed. Thanks for the rare morsels. They're not great. That's okay, though. Let's go for attack. Put it here. Give me a whole bunch of them so that we can make sure that we get in for that damage on Seraph. I should have actually put them... well, it doesn't matter. They'll go after he goes anyway, so he will hit this, hit Seraph, and then they'll all hit Seraph as well. Our morsels are gonna beat Seraph up for us because they're really awesome morsels. Like, they're hardcore. Yes, you go here too. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Seraph is, like, ridiculously damaged already. I can't even. With how damaged Seraph is right now, it's so great. Let's go ahead and spell weakness again. Tumbra Assault one of these, hope for a good one. That's a good one. Put it here. Shroud Mitosis. And then over here, we're gonna Offering Token, pitch this. Morsel. Morsel. Shade Splitter for incant, and then another morsel. And then, by the way, actually, Shade Splitter for another incant, and then stun. I can't... Guys, I want you to think about this for just a minute. We did this run because I had 0 wins with Stygian as the main faction. I thought this was going to be extremely unsuccessful, but we'd learned something. What we learned is that we're wrecking face, and holy crap, is Stygian actually really good. Does he make it past the first floor? What do you guys think? I didn't pay it. No, he does not. Wow. I don't think I've ever had a more perfect run than that. We lost 5 pyre health that entire run, and it wasn't to an attacker, it was to one of those stupid spells. Ooh, that's tough. Wow, what is up with that Covenant rank? Okay, so we got a ton of new rare versions of the cards or whatever. Very good. Look at that, guys. I told you we'd do better this week. And I'm also not the dumbest person on the planet, so that's a plus. This was super, super fun. Look forward to more Stygian runs, because we're going to try to even out all of our wins on all the different factions. We're missing, 3 wins on the Hellhorn, 3 on the Stygian, 3 on the Umbra. I'm sure we can fix that starting, next week. So let's do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Sarah, thank you again for the advice. It was extremely helpful. Lazy Dragon, thank you for your advice as well. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!